Hello my friends, today I'm here to talk to you about how you can use a technique called PQ Rep to pull yourself out of anxiety. So if you're stuck in that, kind of vicious cycle and you're feeling kind of down and out and you can't seem to get out of it, you can use this technique to pull yourself out and get back to your super awesome self. Now the PQ Rep technique comes from, I think the name is Shirzad Chamine, and Shirzad is a TED speaker and a scientist. And that's where it comes from. So, by the way, welcome to another episode of Mindset Diary. This is me kind of sharing my inner journey with you as I work with my mindset coach, because my belief is that outer success comes from inner success. If you don't kind of fix this here, then you may find yourself doing a lot of effort outside, but you would not see the results because you're not in alignment. So that's my journey, and I'm here to share it with you. So let's talk about the PQ reps. So in the last episode of Mindset Diaries, and we're gonna link to the last episode or the whole playlist, so you can go back and watch that if you need. But I had talked about how I had worked with my mindset coach to focus on and identify my inner critic, right? So this is the voice in you where you have these big dreams and you're like, oh, I want to do this. It comes in and says, no, Avi, it's going to fail. You're not good enough. It's not worth it. Don't make me, you're going to go through this and then I'm going to tell you I told you so. All of this stuff. So his inner critic is the naysayer. Now, inner critic comes in many different types, and that work is also by Shirzad, and he calls them saboteurs. And with my coach, I had identified my inner critic style and so forth. So we picked up from there, and this discussion was around, okay, so once I identify it, I realized that, yep, I'm stuck in that cycle, but how do I pull myself out of that? Are there any tools and techniques? And that's where she shared this technique called PQ Rep, again, come from Shirzad. And that one is really simple. So let me just share. So there may be more techniques. I learned two of them and I'm going to share them with you. The first technique is to notice color. And again, both of these techniques are simply about grounding yourself and connecting yourself with the present moment and with yourself, because that's when you're the most powerful, right? So imagine, where do our anxieties and fears come from? It's often something that happened in the past or something in the future, right? So, but when you bring your focus back to yourself in the present moment, that's when you become super awesome, powerful, and you can get out of that vicious cycle. So the first technique is simply to notice color. And when she said that, I'm like, what is she talking about? But I hope you approach this with an open mind. I did, and we were on a Zoom call, and I just looked at a Zoom feed, and man, I noticed color like I'd never noticed before. It was pretty awesome. So again, maybe just for this video, or as you go throughout your day, just pause once in a while at different moments whenever you can remember, and just notice the color. That's it, right? Just don't expect anything, and it could be whatever is around you, just notice the color, and that's it, right? And so again, the goal is to bring you back to the present moment and connect with yourself. The second technique, I'm actually favoring that one, and you can let me know which one is your favorite. The second technique is to run your thumb across your fingers, feeling the ridges which make up your fingerprint. So again, when she said that, I'm like, what? We can feel our fingerprints? I never thought about that, but apparently you can, and I have really been liking this because, again, for me, this one is more tactile and really kind of grounds me, certainly connects me with myself as well, because there's this movement there. I can touch it, I can feel it. It's a sensory thing. So that's the second technique. So let's talk about the rep part of it, right? So this PQ techniques. Now it's called rep because so for example, the best time to build a rain shelter is not when it's raining. So often when we feel really anxious, that's when we reach out for something like, oh my God, I need help. But instead, it really works more like going to the gym. So if you do these reps and build up that strength day to day, that's when you're going to have the strength when you need it, when you're suddenly faced with a situation which is somewhat bigger, so something going on. And of course, with what's going on with the current crisis, there's a lot of reason for that. There's a lot of stuff coming at us, our lives are changing, which can kick up that anxiety cycle. And again, you're not going to be feeling your best if you stay stuck in that cycle, and you certainly wouldn't be performing your best. So again, it's important to take care of yourself, because outer success comes from inner success. So the recommendation is that you do these PQ reps at least 36 times a day or more. And I'm sure, since Shirzad is a scientist, that it's a science-based number, so I'll trust that. By the way, we'll also try to link to his TED Talk, which I haven't seen yet either. So again, 36 times a day at least, and I'm not there yet. I'm actually only doing 4 to 5 times a day, but I'm hoping that just by recording this video is going to motivate me more, and we can keep each other honest. So if, you can report back about this and your experience about doing this. Certainly, if you have other techniques that you have heard of, which are similar, which can ground you and connect you with kind of the present moment, share that in the comments below as well. All right, folks, so if you enjoyed this video, or you've been finding this whole series helpful, then I do have one request for you, which is that you share it with your friends and family, because if it's helping you, it's going to help others as well. So I'll see you next time, and until then, Power on.